Hello YouTube, Alan back, another gameplay, and it's Power Strike on the Sega, I was going to say Mega Drive, it's the Master System, by Compile, 1988. See, I can read, it's great. And I'm back with Zero, he's going to play, because I'm crap at shooters, which I've demonstrated before. So he's promised me he's going to clear round one.
I never made any such promise, however I shall attempt it.
You said I'm going to get at least level 2. So you got to collect all the P. You collect P in a lot of games. That's just wrong. And depending on the number you collect, that changes your weapon. So there's basically 8 or 9 different weapons, I think, and if you can keep getting the same number, it powers up that weapon.
So what am I on, 8?
You're on 8. I think the P's might be the power as well, or are they speed? I can't quite remember. Basically, if they're floating things, it's good to collect. The guy's shooting at you, that's probably more stuff you should be shooting at. Hey, you got something.
No idea what it was.
Nope.
Okay, I got a couple of P's. It's like Bubble Bobble all over again. Collecting floating letters.
Yep. You know, floating letters seem to be, a common trend as well. That guy's... I wonder, do you get... No, you start off where you left off, which isn't too bad, but your power-ups are all gone. It's always... Oh. It's getting busy. Well, there's actually a lot on screen for an 8-bit shooting game. It's quite impressive.
I wish it would be a little less impressive.
It's impressive from a technical level. And I'm sure if you're into, more of a shooter fan, you'll probably get used to it. Oh, some letters. You get a choice.
I get letters and numbers.
Hey.
And I die again. This stepped up incredibly quickly. I don't know what they really have planned for later levels. Maybe there's just like one part of the screen you can go to?
Well, the thing, most shooter games, it's not about shooting, it's about avoiding. Just trying to stay alive. And if you happen to kill enemies, that's great. Whoa, bit of slow down, but managed to get through. Jeez, that is a busy screen. That was so busy I was even finding it difficult to commentate, despite the fact I wasn't even playing. Although I might give it a go. And you can see if
hello YouTube, Tony here, and we have a gameplay video, Power Strike, on the Sega Master System. And Alan's going to have a go at this. Let's see if he gets past level 1. He has promised me he will.
Well, I'm going to try and get past 37,000.
Oh, I got the top score, okay.
You got the top score because there's only been one game on it. It doesn't have a battery backup.
Let us leave these little technicalities aside and see how Alan does.
I'm going to say that I'm hindered by the camera in my way. That's my story and I'm sticking with it.
The P's are just giving you points.
Oh. Whoa!
What was that?
If you press button 2, you use your second weapon. Oh, so the ones that you collect...
They power up your second weapon.
Yeah. But if you haven't collected one, you don't have one. Ah!
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, now they make a lot more sense. And yeah, I'm still getting my ass kicked. See, this is why it was just as well you played. Because I was going 37,000. Jesus, that's not great. Come on. 12,000. Game over. Do you want another go?
Why not? Now that I know I have 2 weapons,
yeah,
it might be an idea.
I don't know why though. I mean, there's only 2 buttons, and yet for some reason
I didn't press the other.
Yeah, you kind of think, well, I'm shooting, so I must be doing something right.
Is that actually, it's doing nothing but giving me points, though, is it?
I think it builds up the strength of your weapon.
Oh, so I have 80 of those left. I see. Or, 79.
That's it. So, yes, you have to collect P to use the second weapon, and then the number dictates what weapon you have. Interesting. And you really need that second weapon, because when it gets busy, that little scutty laser ain't cutting it.
No. That thing which kind of just stayed there and shot out at every direction.
Oh, look, you just blew him away in one shot.
Yeah.
And they were causing so much issue before.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the route to go.
Whoa, what was that all about?
No idea, but I didn't like it.
You
shoot up as well?
That was nasty.
Well, that's not fair.
And the worst thing is, once you die, you lose your powers, so you're back down to the scutty laser. What's 3? What's the hell? Was that 3 lives or something? Which you just missed.
Level 3, I don't know.
Okay, well, you've blown past my score. You've nearly doubled it.
Nearly,
but then
you
you
shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, jinxing you. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, you're into the area where you can choose your weapon, basically.
I don't know what 6 is.
Oh.
Let's hope it's decent.
Should find out.
Ooh.
It's not using up your... it's not actually bringing down that number 80. It's still staying at 80. So I would be using that. It's now slowly going down, but it's...
I'm just clearing the screen with this thing. What was this, number 6? I love it.
It's number 6, yeah, because it's written in the right-hand corner what you have. That's a good weapon, yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking this weapon right now.
So clearly you're meant to collect these powers to do well in this game.
This is an incredible amount of graphics to go on for one screen.
It is. It's for an 8-bit system. I mean, there's a little flickering going on and a tiny bit of slowdown, but not much. Not much at all. I'm actually really surprised. I mean, I've heard that this game is considered one of the... the Master System doesn't have that many shooting games. This is kind of one of the standouts or the standout. I can see why. It definitely has a lot to it. Oh, you've actually doubled up your scutty weapon too.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're playing with power. That's Nintendo though.
Who knew that using 2 weapons was better than 1?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose Lara Croft, she was always on top of that.
Oh, careful. If you collect one of those, you'll change weapon. Unless you collect 6 again, which I think will power... I think you're at the boss.
Oh, yeah. Let's get a couple of those. Well, they're going to keep giving me P's, aren't they?
Yeah, you're kind of starting to run down. You're on 37. Oh, what's that 7?
Oh, that's...
Oh, no, that's a weapon. Ah. You cleared level 1.
Thank you very much.
Yay! Or have you? Well, I'm taking it as level 1 done. Maybe it's just seamless type of changeover instead of going level 2, start.
No.
No.
It's going to go level 2 start.
Round 2. So you got rounds instead of levels. And you keep your weapon at...
Oh.
Now you've lost your weapon. And there's no 6 there. Oh well. That's 3. No, 2. You're on 3.
That's a big laser.
The other one had a nice wide effect.
It did, didn't it?
That was good. But you have to try that. It's good to try them all out.
And to be fair, the first one I got, which was number 3.
You're on 3 now.
No, it wasn't 3. It was the same sort of idea, except for instead of a big laser, it was just like a ball.
Yeah.
And that was able to deal with the ones that just stayed in front of me. Those guys. That was able to deal with those guys very
in one hit, yeah. See, when you're properly powered up, though, it looks crazy, but when you're properly powered up, you can actually make decent progress.
Yeah. Oh, come on. That was uncalled for.
Of course, when you're not properly powered up,
yeah,
you die almost instantly. Well, I think that was a decent showing. I'm not going to get 186,000. I got 12,000.
I I got past level 1. It is level 2s that seem to get me.
Yeah.
One of these days I shall reach a level 3. Maybe that's why I do so well in RPGs. There's not really any levels as such.
Well, everything's a level. It's all about leveling up.
This is true.
So you're saying your character can't get beyond level 2?
My characters have often gotten beyond level 2. In fact, sometimes they have reached level 5.
Wow. That's 3 levels too far, really.
Possibly.
Yeah. Not too bad at all. Not too bad.
I liked it as a game.
Yeah,
actually.
it's a good game.
I do like shooters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, old school shoot 'em ups.
That had that typical hard, old thing where if you die, all your power-ups which you've built up are gone, and you have no way to reclaim them. So you're getting further into the game. It's getting hard, and all of a sudden, wham! It's gotten much harder because you made one mistake.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to get back to that same level.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I see lots of shooters that kind of have that. I would call that nearly a critical flaw for someone like me because I'm not that good at shooting games. So they love that weapon in the demo.
They really do. It's very odd.
It's number 1. I wonder, is it a power up? Is it double, thing of the one that you had? I don't know.
Possibly. Oh, I see. It controls by the way you're going.
Ah, that's odd.
Because we were wondering that before we started the video. How do they control it? You can't control that weapon and your ship at the same time. And it's true.
Yeah. Well, it turns out you kind of can.
It would be very awkward though if you're trying to clear what's in front of you and
Yeah.
dodge at the same
And
time.
dodge.
That weapon becomes useless.
I would say, yeah, it's maybe not the most useful weapon.
I did like that big arc beam that
Yeah,
just
that
cleared
was
out
good.
everything. Oh yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
weapon. Was that number 6?
I think that was 6, yeah.
So if you play Power Strike, collect weapon number 6 basically is our...
Tip for the day.
Absolutely.
If you want to see level 2. Anyway, I like that game. I think that was a good game. Even though I sucked at it, I definitely recommend it. It's not the easiest game to get in the world, though. It's one of those things. The sequel, Power Strike 2, quite rare, and goes for a lot of money. But as such, Power Strike 1 has sort of started to. Oh well, it must be worth a bit too. Not as much. So you often see people trying to get 30, 40 quid, and it's not worth that. It's more like maybe 10, 15 pounds tops. Value. The only exception is the American mail order release, which is definitely rare because they only sold it through mail order. So, which is actually the version I have. But beyond that,
did well then.
Yeah, got it sent over from a guy in America. I was actually not going for it in particular. It just happened that I hadn't got Power Strike, and that one came up as an opportunity at a decent price. Actually, he was only pretty much charging what you'd probably pay for the normal Power Strike over here, so I was like, yeah, send me that.
So it's probably one of the very few Power Strike copies that got done by mail order twice.
That's true, it was mail order twice. Although, to be fair, there's quite a few Europeans want that American copy too. Yeah. So, good game, I think, recommendable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. We'll see you soon.